So yeah, I think the last time you saw us, we were at Bucky's getting some good food, headed back from Mississippi from seeing her mom, who was in a bad situation, and that was about a week ago.
Yeah, and when we got back to the RV park last week, I think it was 3 days last week, we started to do our walking again. I think we gradually were increasing the distance and stuff, and Matthew did pretty well, I think, with his heart symptoms, even I think we mentioned back in Mississippi. Well, then Monday hit, which was yesterday.
Yeah, so when I was on my Parkinson's med that was hurting my heart, we got off of it, and over a couple of weeks it got better, did more walking. Even in Mississippi, it was okay. And then we got here on Monday, and Monday it went down the toilet. It said, guess what? I'm back! And I had the chest pains in the center left, which if you know anything about chest pains, is not the area you want to have it. So that's usually a red flag. And so we talked about it, prayed about it, talked about it some more, and we went to the ER.
We were very concerned because I'm like, well, why is it getting better? And then out of the blue, it just comes back. That bothered me. So I'm like...
That was the main reason behind it. It should get better, not worse.
Because we wanted to wait it out. And when Matthew immediately stopped the exertion that he was doing, it got better a lot quicker than it did. So we knew it was kind of better, but it's like, why did it come back when it was kind of gone, right?
So about... Help me on the timing here. I think it was about 3 o'clock or so. We left for the ER.
Yeah, it's about an hour from us right now.
Yeah, and so we got there, well, 3 something, and then we got there by about 4:45.
Yeah, by the time we had to park the big truck. That's the other thing. When you go into Gainesville, by the way, Shands, Gainesville, ER, they have all these parking garages, and you have
Not a lot of surface parking.
You have to figure out where to park. And God opened up the perfect space at the right time.
Oh, absolutely perfect. It was just amazing, because there were sharks circling in that parking lot, and it was right across the street from the ER, and you didn't need a permit or anything. It was great.
It was nice.
So we made it into the ER, and they immediately, when they hear I have chest pains, okay, sir, you're going to go right back here with us, and that's what happened. Do my blood test, EKG, that kind of stuff.
Right. And I, when we went in there, they have like the main waiting room for the ER, and then they have like a cancer
waiting room
center or something. And the girl's like, well, I thought, you know, back in Mississippi when we go to the ER, anytime you get called back even for some tests, the spouse gets to go. Matthew always went with me. And they're like, yeah, there's not enough room for you. You have to go in the waiting room. And she's like, if that's a little bit too much, you can go to the other waiting room. I didn't really know.
Like the cancer center.
I didn't know how far down that was. And I wanted him to be able to find me. I'm like, oh, just mosey my way in there. I mean, because it was really crowded. So I just stayed in there, and there were all kinds of people in there with all kinds of problems. And I think being downtown Gainesville, they have, you know, a lot of homeless people in there too.
And they're a level 1 trauma center, so you get all kinds of owies in there.
Which I think we discovered sometimes homeless people, it was going to be cold that night. I think one guy was just in there just wanting to sleep. So just be aware of all your surroundings when you're in a busy ER like that. So
the average waiting time that night was 8 to 9 hours. So we waited about 8 hours before we got to go back to the first level of ER, where you see the nurse and then you see your doctors.
And why was it 8 hours? Because it's not a typical waiting list, right?
No, it's not a typical waiting list. They take the sickest people first, which is what they should do. So we got back there, and by the way, while we were waiting, a steady stream of people said, how long is this going to take? I'm leaving. So a lot of people did that, and even with that, it took so long. But it was average. We weren't special. Everybody waited. Most people waited about what we waited.
Yeah, I told Matthew, we're not leaving. We waited this long. I want to hear from the doctor. What is your problem?
So we heard from 2 doctors. The second one was the attending doctor, but both doctors independently told us the same 2 things. And I'll just tell them to you real quick. Number 1 is they said, based on all the testing they did, my lungs look good, my heart looks good from what they can see on an x-ray.
Right.
It's not a CT scan. It's not any of the special stuff. So whatever they can see on that did look good, which is good. My troponin testing or troponin levels or whatever, how are you supposed to say that? That did not indicate any prior heart attack, nothing like that. So everything they saw in the blood work and everything was good, which is number 1. That's what you want. You don't want anything crazy. As the nurse said, we're going to look for the crazy stuff. Nothing crazy. So thank God for that. The second thing both doctors said was, therefore, we're still concerned because you obviously do have a problem, and you don't want it to be the bad stuff, so thank God it's not, but you still have something going on, so we got to figure out what it is, which is, and what they said next is what I was hoping would happen.
Right.
They said, because the University of Florida, Shands, Gainesville, whatever they're called, is one of the better ones in the state and in the country for cardiac stuff. So they said, we're going to expedite you and get you an appointment in the next 3 days to talk to meet up with one of our cardiologists. So I should be getting that call soon. If not, I'm going to call them. And I think that was, quite honestly, one of the best things to come out of that, because this is Florida, y'all. It's busy, it's packed, and there's a lot of people who need heart doctors, and so I've got to imagine it's like trying to get into a neurologist for the first time in months. I only have to wait a few days now.
I was, do I feel totally, I feel a little okay because they said he wasn't high enough risk, so they were able to discharge him, but at the same time, I'm like, they're still concerned.
Well, yeah.
And why is this happening? So I'm really probably going to feel even better when the cardiologist who specializes in that stuff can either rule out the heart completely, and then we have to go down another rabbit hole, or they're going to figure out, have some more answers than the ER doctor had.
I'm gonna put on my Dr. Google hat, and I'm gonna say, and for all of you medical people out there, I know you're sighing and rolling your eyes, but Dr. Google says that the medicine I was on does have a known propensity to cause in some people the same kind of symptoms that I've been having, and it could take weeks or months to go away. But we're still going to see the cardiologist, and they're going to say either A, that's not true, or B, it could be true, let's do some testing. So we'll see what happens.
So in the meantime, we are running on fumes right now because we didn't get back till 4 a.m.
We left, right around
2:30 in the morning. We left the ER.
And it was not warm.
Yay, you're free after almost 10 hours.
I'm free, but I'm cold, I'm tired, I'm hungry.
It's what is it, 2:30 in the morning?
Yes, and it's 34 degrees?
Yeah, it was one of the coldest nights again.
Yay!
Just heading to the truck, and we actually found a pretty good parking spot for the truck.
Yes, we did.
We circled it once, we're we're not fitting in here, and then we came back, made the block, and then
And I think the same car is parked next to us.
Yeah, came back in our truck. Someone left this spot. It was perfect for us. Wait till y'all see it.
God gave us a parking spot that is perfect for us.
There it is. I am so cold.
Oh, yes.
And then the other thing is you don't get to see in the waiting room. You see these people come in, and I kept thinking, oh, are they going to be more sicker than Matthew? Two things. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. You want a waiting list because you want to know that you're next before this person that comes in, but at the same time, if you come in and you're bleeding all over the place, or you're in excruciating pain or really sick, then you don't want to have to wait 8 hours when they can get you back sooner. So number one, I guess the fact that Matthew had to wait 8 hours, that should have told us right then that he wasn't very serious as far as a risk factor.
As far as emergent stuff.
And you were able to look at your blood work. You pulled up the app.
Yeah, because we were chatting with a friend of ours through text, and she said, do you have their My Chart? And I'm like, no, I've never been here before. And so she said, you can get your My Chart. So I just kind of hacked the system, so to speak. And I just, where you have to wait for the doctor and blah, blah, blah. I didn't have to wait for nothing, man. I just went through the phone and got the app, signed up for the app, and I'm reading my test scores and stuff before I ever talk to the doctor.
And what also, when you have a lot of heart problems, y'all, they do two different kind of tests, an EKG, and then when he went back there, they wanted to hook him up to a heart monitor. So you had all of these sticky
I
things.
had a 3-year-old with stickers, put one here and here and here and here and here, and I had more than a dozen of them all over the place. And when you get home, you're pull the sticker off, but the goo is still there, so that's fun. So we got home and we slept in, which
Crashed.
is highly unusual for
Yes.
us. But you know, you go to bed at 4 a.m., you're not going to wake up at 6:45.
I still feel like we're running on fumes. We should be back to normal tomorrow because
Yeah.
I feel like our circadian rhythm got all messed up or whatever. You just feel that kind of fog right in your eyes and stuff like that.
So we're grateful to God that the emergency stuff is not. Was not realized. You know, no heart attacks, no
Right.
abnormal heart size, the lungs look good, all that stuff. So our prayer going forward is that it's either the medicine or something else that can be easily treated, because with Parkinson's you have to do intensive exercise. If you don't do intense exercise, you're missing out on the number one useful thing to help you. And so I need to get back to that. I don't care what anybody says that has a doctorate behind their name. I have to get back to that, and that's my only goal.
And the other thing that was not lost on us, even with the ER docs, they had not heard of Matthew's newest medication. Like the
No.
neurologist obviously knew about it, but it's so new that they're like, yeah, you actually taught me something today. So,
I
I
said, have
mean,
you heard of this? She's like, no. And
But-
all of them, I give you this blank stare like, what's that?
at the same time, it's like you want people to know because you want to know. They're like, oh, yeah, we know that it causes AYZ or whatever. But
That's a good point. Yeah, we all got the blank stare. Anytime you mention the Go Cover, they're like, huh?
So we're hoping the cardiologist will definitely have some more
Yeah.
insight into that. So I guess that's it. We'll update again when
Yeah.
probably after Matthew's cardiologist appointment.
Life happens. All you can do is pray about it, keep moving forward.
And-
So that's what we're doing.
I think another good thing is we're still in Florida, so we know what Matthew's baseline is. So there's not going to be any new elements introduced until we know he gets back to normal. So it'd be like, well, this is just the same flat path that I've been walking. So if I can walk this and increase my speed and I'm fine, then we'll get to kind of see how he progresses
Yeah.
and gets better.
There's no new
So-
hills or mountains or variables mixed in, because then you'll never know.
Right.